why it is necessary to start study and research of Vedic science and technology in various IITs, which are considered excellent in the field of education and research. Like the best field, best expertise and excellence of IITs. Like if Roorkee is best in civil architecture, then it can take responsibility to revive research, studies and re-establishment of scientific and technological studies and research in the field of science and technology of Sthapatya Ved, which is responsible to create such a grand, excellent and which did wonders in the field of construction, whether it is temple, whether it is town planning, or whether it is responsible for excellent, intricate and wonderful sculptures. This should not be, and this must not be the syllabus of the faculties and departments of literature or of humanities, because this is the blunder what we are doing from past many decades. Now this is the right time to rectify it, that all these branches which are real science and technology, which are real applied sciences and technology, which can benefit society in wonderful way, whether it is architecture, whether it is town planning, whether the medicine, whether it is chemistry, like the Ayurveda must be taught, and it is being taught in medical colleges. But the deep research of chemicals and rasayanas and all those compositions which are used in Ayurveda, who are doing research in chemistry, in biochemistry, biotechnology. All these researches must be done in those department of biotechnologies of IITs. Because whatever compositions we are finding in Ayurveda, which are time-tested, which are useful from times immemorial, and this is not merely part of, this should not be, this must not be the part of medical science and technology only, because they can take care of their aspect. But Ayurveda is much more than the medical benefits. It has much more aspects. So if we do research in the applied science and technologies of all those medicines, all those chemical compositions, all those rasayanas which are mentioned in Ayurveda. Similarly, if we study the Gandharva Veda, which is the very great grand knowledge of sounds, vibrations, if this branch of sounds of Gandharva Veda, which can be used as very great science and technology to benefit the society in very great ways in the field of health, in the field of enhancing the crop, in the field of curing many psychological, neurological disorders. Just by using these sounds, these frequencies, this composition of frequencies, it is not merely it's not merely the field of medical science. It requires a lot of deep and very broad research work, which is possible only in the institutions which are dedicated in very vast research and which has the best facilities of interdisciplinary researches like IITs. If we study Gandharved, this knowledge of those sounds, those compositions which are described as various chandas. This is Anushtup Chanda, this is this, that is that. What is this? These are the compositions. All those mantras, all those sounds, all those ragas. If it is said that this using Rag Megh Malhar can make the rain happen, as it was demonstrated by Pandit Omkarnath Thakur in the presence of many big political leaders. Maybe I think it was Prime Minister of that time in Banaras in the university. So in the great scholars, great singers of classical music, which is based on Gandharved, things are demonstrated that it can rain just by using those sounds. Deepak Rag, they can lit the lamp just by using the sound. And what is the sound? What is sound? Sound is the frequencies. All those sounds are the study of observation. Gandharved is the study of those sounds, observations. These are observations by all those rishis who observed how the sound works. It can lit a lamp, it can make the rain, happen. It can create orderliness in all the disorderliness of your body, of physiological disorders, mental disorders. It can cure many diseases. What diseases means? Disease means some chemical imbalances. So if those sounds can make your balance, if they can create the harmony and balance in your physiology, it simply means that every sound is responsible to create some campus in the body. So if one knows what is the set of sound which can be called mantras, which can be called mantras, and all those sounds, there are many secrets hidden in Vedic science and technology. They say this set is called this chanda. There are many types of chanda. This should be recited in this particular way. In Samveda, there are many mantras which are there in Rig Veda, but those are there in Samveda also, which is a different Veda. But the process, the style of pronunciation of Vedic sound is different. It means the same mantra which is there in Rig Veda and recited in different way, it has a different effect. But the same mantra, if recited in different manner, that is Samveda, it has a different meaning. Why all these things were made? Because only sound is not effective. The sound, in the manner, in the way the sound is produced, a mantra is recited. It is recited Rig Veda in different way. In Samveda, the same mantra is recited in different way. Why these things were made? Because these different types of pronunciation or recitation has a different impact on human physiology and psychology, and that is what we call phonetic effect. So there are many branches of Vedic science and technology which is not the part of literature. We should not be. We are teaching it in the Department of Literature and Humanities. Now this is high time. All the persons who are responsible, they should think seriously, very seriously, thoroughly, and comprehensively that what blunder we are doing, what blunder we are committing, so that we are making our society deprived of wonderful things. Huh? We can make crops grow in more wonderful way by creating certain sounds. We can create different types of health in human physiology, which can be preventive, which can prevent so many physiological, psychological, neurological disorder happen. We can create beautiful architecture, which is sustainable. And we have several examples of great grand temple, which requires a great sense of civil architecture, structural design, material technology, study and observation of beautiful materials which are going to be used, and just see the excellence of metallurgy, because all those temples which are there in south, they are made of granite, and granite is the hardest stone available on the earth. And if they can carve beautiful intricate carving in these sculptures, they can create such a huge structure of temple in granite. It means unless you have the excellence in the field, unless you have achieved excellence in the field of metallurgical engineering, metallurgical knowledge if you don't have, so that you can create such a beautiful tools which can carve and polish all those granite stones. How can you create all those things? So we must try to understand what the great science technology of metallurgy, architecture, planning, and knowledge of medicine in Ayurveda. There are several branches in Vedic science. We must go very thorough, very deep, very comprehensively in these dimensions. This is the right time, this is the high time, because the administration and leadership understands the value of all those things. And I'm very happy that the leadership now is reviving, understanding, and observing all those excellence which are hidden in the field of Vedic science and technology, and whatever you call, which were there from time immemorial, which made India world leader, Vishwaguru, which made India having the biggest GDP. So now this is the right time, this is the high time to revive, to reconsider, to re-establish the greatest glory in the field of knowledge of all branches. I am repeating all branches, whether it is humanities, whether it's medical science, whether it is science of civil architecture, whether structural engineering, whatever science of sound, which is the part of physics, science of all those pharmacology, pharmacy, which is the branch of chemical engineering. So there are, you just name it and it is there in Vedic science and technology, and in much more comprehensive and deeper way. So this is the right time. that we should start rectifying the blunders done by whatever bad time we had in last few decades or centuries, one can say. This is the right time to rectify it and just take out all these branches of knowledge from Department of Humanities and just immediately try to start all the branches of research and study and reviving and re-establishing those science and technology hidden in the Vedic science and technology, in Vedic wisdom, in Vedic knowledge, and try to start. And I can give a suggestion that whatever excellence one IIT has achieved in whatever field, they can take that branch of Vedic knowledge. If Roorkee is best in civil engineering, it can start Sthapatya Ved. Similarly, all those IITs, the Sthapatya Ved, that is Vastu Shastra, that is the science and technology of temple construction, the sculpture construction, town planning, so many things, civil architecture, homes. So this is the right time to take care of those hidden treasures which can make India proud. Not only proud, but it can make India financially healthy, economically healthy, physically healthy, mentally healthy, ecologically healthy, environmentally healthy. So these are the secrets of branches of knowledge which are there, hidden, very much hidden as a treasure, hidden treasure in Vedic science and technology. This is the right time to revive, re-establish the glory of this great wisdom, which is there, very much there from time immemorial. But this is the right time to revive, re-establish, and have the proud, the glory of grandest wisdom of knowledge. Wisdom of every field what we possess. This is the right time. I am repeating right time again and again because this is the right time. So just be alert, be conscious, be ready, and just start immediately research and incorporating all the branches of applied science and technology of Vedic science, its research and re-establishment, reviving, re-enlivening all the best field of knowledge in every IIT immediately. This is my request, or one can say that this is the call of the time, which can, make all the humanity benefited in all holistically in every dimension of life. Just think and immediately take action on these aspects. I request from the field of all those best responsible persons in the leadership, in the field of education, in the field of research, and in the field of preparing syllabus for the best academic institutions in India or abroad.